Hey, what's up fellas, it's Mechanic Mode, another video for my YouTube channel, and today guys I'll show you how to change the transmission fluid on 2022 Chevy Silverado 2500 Duramax heavy duty. So for the beginning, you need a little bit of space under the truck. You can lift it up, the whole truck, or the with the jack, use the jack to lift up a little bit. So in the video right here guys, you can see a drain that's also kind of like the transmission fluid level. I'll explain more later on, but this one, yeah, for basically right now you can remove it and drain as much you can, because like a lot of Chevy trucks don't have a drain plug. We have the same previous model 2500 heavy duty, and it also doesn't have a drain. Anyway, so to do that, as you see in the video, you can see like how I'm kind of draining the fluid, but that's not actually draining, because still when you're gonna remove the whole oil pan, you're gonna have plenty of fluid coming out, and it's gonna just leak everywhere. So make sure you put a cardboard under. Next step is going to be the to remove the filling plug. This is basically where you're gonna refill your transmission with new fluid. After this, we definitely can go ahead and remove most of the screws, the bolts around the oil pan. For that, you can use 10 millimeters with the extension on a gallon, or you can also use a wrench. It's not a big deal. You can definitely remove them easy. There's no hard time. There's actually two bolts, I believe, in the back of the oil pan, where it's kind of it's above the subframe, and it's gonna give you a hard time. But if you use a short 10 millimeter socket with a wrench, then you should be actually good to go. Don't remove all the bolts, like I usually say in all my videos, where I have to take these kind of weird out crazy oil pans without a drain plug. You always have to leave at least two bolts to make sure you like don't drop it. Then you decide which side you want to drop first, and then you put your drain there, I mean the tank where you drain your fluid, and slowly remove the second one and try to take the oil pan down with the most of the fluid inside. Otherwise, like I said, you'll really over drain the fluid above, everywhere, basically yourself, and on the concrete or whatever you have. Like I said, that's why you have to put a cardboard or some rag, towels, whatever under it, so you don't want to mess up everything around. It's pretty messy. That's why you also can replace this oil pan with the aftermarket oil pan that has actually a plug for next future maintenance. But anyway, so as you see in the video right here, that's what I was trying to tell you. I removed one bolt, and then I have the second one, the last one, coming out. And then you also gonna see how I'm trying to shake as much oil I can out of it, because I don't want to spill on myself when I'm removing it. Yep. Another thing guys is why you always want to do the transmission fluid replacement or flush, drain, and change, is because as you see in the video, there's a lot of metal dust in the oil. That's because I guess the fluid wasn't replaced for a long time, and that can cause really big damage into the transmission. And that's kind of you know what I'm saying, like a gear that slips or shaking where when accelerating, random shaking while you're driving. So make sure you change your transmission fluid at least once in 30 or 40,000 miles. To remove the transmission filter, you'll need 8 millimeters and there's two bolts that has to be removed, and then filter comes out easy. Yeah, I bought all my parts from the official dealer, which is really cool. You can see the part number in the video, also from the boxes and on the filter. It's not too expensive. They're actually pretty good. Also, I did buy a gasket and a oil pan gasket, and also the fluid, everything basically from the dealer. So making sure I put OEM part into the transmission, so I don't have any issues along on the next 30,000 miles. So let's install the filter back, and then you can see the new gasket next in the video. I also suggest as well to change the the gasket, because it's one-time use. So every time when you change your fluid, you wanna put a brand new gasket, so you don't have any fluid leaks. Here we go, guys. We are also washed the oil pan inside, making sure it's clean. As you see in previous video where I installed the gasket, you can see the oil pan is it's very shiny and clean. Don't forget also on the bottom on the oil pan there's magnets. Unfortunately, they don't come out as usually, but this one are kind of stick to the bottom of the oil pan. So you still can wash them and clean them. And make sure you are wiping all the metal dust from the magnets, because you need to clean it out. That's very important. You don't want to mix that dust with the new fluid, right? So as you see in the video, while I'm talking, I am installing the oil pan back together. I got mostly all the 10 millimeter bolts kind of attached, not tied it up yet. So after you've done all the bolts, you can go ahead and tie the bolts in a cross. So make sure you are aligning the oil pan with the transmission. You don't have a gap between the transmission and the oil pan, and then you can go ahead and easy, don't tie it up yet all the bolts, because you're gonna put the right amount of torque on the bolt. Unfortunately, I don't remember how much I tied up those bolts, but you definitely can find out from the dealer or looking on the internet, and you definitely wanna tie those bolts right. If you have a hard time, text me below and I'll definitely help you out. I'll look up on the internet and let you know how much you have tied up those bolts. Alright guys, after we tied up everything and we are done with the oil pan and the gasket and also with the bolts, next step is going to be the installing the pump to pump, of course, the brand new fluid back into the transmission. And I bought this fluid pump from AutoZone Advanced Auto Parts, and actually not very expensive at all. Oh, you also can buy on internet, eBay, Amazon. I don't know if dealer has it. Actually, I asked for the dealer and they don't have any pumps, but they didn't give me any suggestions though. Um, yeah, so make sure you install it right. Push those hoses all the way in. You don't want to have any fluid leaks while you're pumping, because that will be a disaster. You'll pump basically fluid in anywhere. You definitely don't want to drop anything. The fluid is not too expensive, but still you don't want to risk with it. Yeah, also the dealer told me that this transmission takes 9 quarts. I don't know how accurate is that, but we still have the plug to basically do the level. So definitely that will be cool to, pump those straight 9 quarts, and that will mean I'll have to do the level. So that it's definitely working out for us. So let's go ahead and pump the 9 quarts into the transmission. As you see in the video, I got exactly 9 quarts. Also, I got the differential fluid, but that's going to be the next video. So make sure you are subscribed if you want to see more videos about this truck, because you guys are going to see a lot of them. I do a lot of maintenance of this type of truck. If you're not subscribed, don't forget to give a subscribe. And if you of course like this video and it was very helpful, then I can leave a comment below, and I would appreciate that a lot. While talking to you guys, you can see that I pumped already mostly a quart inside, so there's 8 to go. Let's go ahead and do this quick, and then I'll show you how to do the right transmission fluid level. So I'm done with the 9 quarts. It's pumped in. The next step is going to clean up everything under the truck, wipe the spilling over fluid, put the drain plug back together, tighten it up, take the hose out, and then next step also is to start the truck and let it warm up somewhere under the 200 Fahrenheit. Let the fluid warm up, and then of course do the final step is to do the drain. So let's go ahead and start the truck. I did start the truck. We're waiting to warm it up. Then we'll go under back. Of course, remove the plug and the level plug, right? And then, as you see in the video, the oil is coming out. Yeah, let it drain as much you can, and then when it comes kind of like dripping, then that's when you want to put the plug back. That means you had the right level. And then you definitely want to test drive this truck and see how smooth and nice it drives. Every time after a transmission fluid change, you will have a cool drive, because the old oil was causing this truck to shake while driving. It's about 120,000 miles, and as you seen the old fluid, it was probably a long time the fluid wasn't done. I'm very happy. The truck is working well, drives smooth. There's no any other shaking or gear that slips, so I'm pretty done. That was mechanic mode, guys, and hopefully you like this video. See you next time.